The aviation and aircraft industry are ever undergoing innovations and revolutionary inventions. With the electric vertical takeoff and landing or VTOL technology, the entire industry is pregnant with dozens of ideas to improve the transport industry. The City Airbus is but one of the many bright inventions. I know the concept of an Airbus might be either new to you or has never sunk fully into your psyche. Well, that is the reason you are here. Sit tight and lean in as I unpack for you. The idea behind the City Airbus is to act as an air taxi and thus reduce traffic congestion on the ground. The airspace is generally accessible and less explored as compared to the land. It is the next sphere of exploitation. The construction industry seems to have already discovered that as buildings are now soaring high in the sky, unlike the ground, however, the airspace is limitless in terms of space and there is almost no fear of congestion therein. Innovations are meant to meet the ever-evolving human needs and the ever-increasing size. The aircraft industry is not an exception. Time management and utility are a big challenge in our world. Speed of travel is, therefore, a necessity for any means of transport. Noise pollution is another highly avoided problem in the new inventions. Of course, price is a big concern for any commodity or service in a market. Noise is also a big concern, and we shall see how this too is factored in. What then is a City Airbus and how does it work? It was in 2009 when the concept of VTOL was first exploited. A clip by NASA that went viral at the time opened the possibility of using vertical fans to the world. Since 1950s, engineers have been delving deeply into the idea of sending the world crazy half a century later. Mark Moore, a NASA engineer, soon after created the Puffin eVTOL. Since then, aircraft companies all over the world have had sleepless nights with the competition for the air becoming stiffer. It is important to note that the idea of vertical takeoff and landing dates back to the early 1900s in 1907. The first primitive helicopters which borrowed the VTOL idea were flown. It was until later, after the Second World War, that the idea was picked up and perfected. Guys, war is a big menace to humankind, and it is why we must do all we can to avoid it. Spread the words of peace around you, for it surely counts in the end. Back to the Airbus, the City Airbus is not only set to change the transport industry, but is also set to change how cities operate. These cities will have to adapt to the fast means of transport, while at the same time, the city dwellers must be prepared to meet the slight change in prices fare. To say that the bus will be electric means that it will use no fuel for takeoff or flying. Let us then explore this invention's unique features that are set to rock the aviation world. Speed. The whole idea of using aircraft is to improve the speed of travel. Airplanes are generally way faster than vehicles even if we were to eliminate the road traffic congestion. However, in this case, we are not only considering the overall speed of the Airbus. The typical city traffic is congested regardless of the city you are in. The Airbus will therefore be a powerful solution to the problem. The aircraft is estimated to fly with a speed of up to 150 miles per hour or even more. This means that where you would have previously needed an hour to navigate, you'll need now like 10 minutes. Crazy, right? The benefits of high speed are innumerable as business will be done faster and early. For instance, moving from your office to your apartment downtown will only take less than 10 minutes. For the oversleepers, now you have a solution to your problem. You can wake up 30 minutes later and still make it to work without entering into your HR's black book. Genius! Noise. A city is a noisy place. Right from the rowdy markets downtown to the shrieking bus stops. Humankind is afflicted, and that is just but an understatement. If you work in an office where machines are importunate or in a factory where you must persevere noise for a whole day, then a noisy vehicle is the last thing you'd want to interfere with your peaceful evening. Of all the varieties of modern pollution, noise is the most insidious. Of all the sorts of contemporary pollution, noise is the most insidious. Robert Lacey said, "Of all the varieties of modern pollution, noise is the most insidious." To bring the point closer home, Robert Orban has added, "Noise pollution is a relative thing. In a city, it's a jet plane taking off. What then does a City Airbus bring to the table as a solution? The aircraft is designed to have quieter engines, leading to more peaceful flights. Simple and quiet electric motors will replace the roars of petrol and diesel engines. Besides, the Airbus will not need a runway, which usually is a huge source of noise in the city. So yes, we have a solution. On to the next notable feature. Price. Price in the City Airbus refers to both the cost of the aircraft and the price of using one. We must accept that here, the price will be higher than that of vehicles. However, business-wise, time is the most valuable asset as it entails reliability and customer retaining capacities. So, how much is one City Airbus? Though the prices will vary depending on the size and company, the City Airbus is expected to cost a maximum of 6 million US dollars. This is quite a high price as compared to vehicles. However, the price of using it will be way lower and more stable as it does not depend on unstable petroleum fuel. To move from one point to another in the city will cost less in terms of effect when using the aircraft as compared to the relatively cheaper vehicles, which, however, come with high costs to businesses due to delays. Safety. What of safety? The aviation industry, though, has few accidents. A single aircraft accident is more disastrous than any other accident. In recent years, measures have been taken to curb this dreaded problem. If an airplane were to crash, it would leave no survivors, and a large area of the place it hits will be utterly destroyed by fire. This is, however, not the only danger faced by Airbus developers. Other problems like landing and takeoff irregularities are experienced in the industry. How then are these problems solved in the City Airbus? The Airbus will undergo a thorough inspection and enough tests before it is finally released for use. Apart from that, each Airbus will be assigned an engineer who will inspect it before takeoff. The buses will also have controls and a center that will help monitor them. What about its air safety? The Airbus will be fitted with 8 propellers, which will be enough to suspend the plane safely as well as ensure its speed is intact. Batteries. Another feature to consider in the Airbus is its batteries. Traditionally, every aircraft uses batteries for its engine to be jump-started and to be sustained during the flight. The batteries, however, always have only that as their work since energy is generated from the burnt fuel. This is not the case with the electric Airbus. The batteries are not only for jump-starting but also to sustain the flight. This, therefore, means that batteries must be powerful enough to accomplish that. Lithium-ion batteries are primarily used because of their light weight. The batteries are also easy to charge, thus fitting for the work for the whole day busy plane. Currently, a battery with a capacity to sustain the plane for long flights is being developed. The present challenge is that producing a battery with such capabilities is only possible if the battery is going to be heavy. Weight is a big challenge for aircraft. It remains for the aircraft companies and other tech companies to work on this problem. This innovation will be a huge step taken in the aviation industry. Despite the challenges, the prospects are interesting. It is often said that a promise is given only if the giver has evaluated the cost of the promise. We hope that the same will be for the City Airbus. That is all for our video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We would like to know your view in the comment section below. Is there a video you'd like us to do too? Let us know too in the comment section. Thank you and see you in the next video.